Hello, my name is Officer Guzman, and today I'll be conducting your citizenship interview. The interview is something simple. I'm just going to ask you basic questions. You have to answer them. My first question to you is, do you understand and speak English? Okay, then we're not going to have any problems. Do you have any questions for me before we begin? Okay, great. Let me ask you something. Why do you want to become a U.S. citizen? What is something that you like about this country? Is there something you don't like about this country? Okay. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear and affirm that the statements you will give and provide today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. You can put your hand down. And who filled up the application? Did you did it yourself? Okay. Do you understand what an oath is? What is an oath? Can you tell me why it's important to tell the truth? Thank you. Okay. Today I'm having a little bit of problems with my system, so please be patient with me. What is your full legal name? Have you used a different name? Would you like to change your name? Okay, now we're going to do the civic test. I'm going to ask you 10 questions. You have to answer correct at least 6 of them. Okay, after that, we're going to do the writing and reading tests too. First question. What does the president's cabinet do? Yes, I can repeat the question. What does the president's cabinet do? Okay. Who lived in America before the Europeans arrived? Okay. What did Susan B. Anthony do? Okay, name one of the 2 longest rivers in the United States. Okay, what are 2 ways that Americans can participate in their democracy? Okay, what is an amendment? Name your U.S. representative. Name one problem that led to the Civil War. What do we show loyalty when we say the Pledge of Allegiance? And the last one, name one state that borders Canada. Okay, you did great. Congratulations, you approved your civic test. Now let's do the writing and reading test. Can you please read the following sentence? Great. Now, can you please write the following sentence? The United States has 50 states. The United States has 50 states. Great. The United States has 50 states. Congratulations. You also approved your reading and writing test.
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo te está yendo con la práctica? Recuerda que si te gustaría prepararte para responder una entrevista como esta, ofrecemos un curso en nuestra página cursosconfernando.com. En este curso encontrarás un orden de trabajo sin interrupciones que podrás estudiar a tu propio ritmo y a tus propios tiempos sin importar tu nivel de inglés. Además, contarás con el apoyo de nuestro equipo ayudándote en tu preparación. Recuerda, esta página es cursosconfernando.com. Continuemos con la práctica. Mucha suerte.
And what is your current address? How long have you been living at this address? Okay. Can I see your permanent resident card, your passport, and an ID? Thank you. What was your previous address? And what is your date of birth? What is your phone number? What are the last four of your social security number? And where were you born? When was the last time that you traveled to your home country? Okay. And what was the purpose of that visit? And how many days were you in your home country in this trip? Okay, perfect. Okay, do you have any children? Are your children U.S. citizens? Are either your parents U.S. citizens? Were your parents married before your 18th birthday? Okay. And what do you do for a living? Yeah, what kind of job do you have? And how long have you been working there? What do you do in your job? Okay. And what do you do back in your home country? Do you used to go to school? Do you were working in something? What do you do for a living in your home country? And how are you able to become a permanent resident? How are you able to apply to become a permanent resident? Okay. And what is your current marriage status? How many times have you been married? Okay. What is your spouse's name? Can you please spell the name for me? Okay. When was the last time that you traveled out of the United States? Okay. And in the last 5 years, how many times have you traveled out of the United States? In any of these trips, did you spend more than 6 months in a year? Trips more than 6 months. Okay. Are you planning on traveling anytime soon? Now I'm going to ask you some general questions. You have to answer only yes or no. Okay? Are you ready? You're doing fantastic. Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen? Why not? Okay. Have you ever registered to vote in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? Have you ever voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? When was the last time that you'd vote in the United States? Do you now have or do you ever had inheritance title in order of nobility from any foreign country? Have you ever been declared legally incompetent or been confined into a mental institution? Do you understand what a legally incompetent person is? What is legally incompetent? Great. Do you now owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes? Have you ever not filed your federal, state, or local tax return since you become a lawful permanent resident? Tell me, when was the last time that you filed your taxes? Okay, and this last time that you filed your taxes, did you have to pay taxes or you received a refund? Okay, when you file your taxes, do you file your taxes jointly or separate? Okay. Have you ever called yourself a non-U.S. resident on a federal, state, or local tax return since you become a lawful permanent resident? Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or any way associated with any organization, association, fund, foundation, party, club, society, or similar group in the United States or another location in the world? Have you ever been a member of or any way associate, either directly or indirectly, with the Communist Party, with any other totalitarian party, with a terrorist organization? No. Have you ever advocated the overthrow of any government by force or violence? Okay, before we continue, can you please explain to me what communism is? Okay. Did you persecute any person because of race, religion, national origin, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion? Between March 23, 1933 and May 8, 1945, did you work for or associate in any way with the Nazi government of Germany? Okay. Were you ever involved in any way with genocide, torture, killing or trying to kill someone, badly hurting or trying to hurt a person on purpose, forcing or trying to force someone to have any kind of sexual contact or relation, not letting someone practice his or her religion? No to all of this? Okay. Do you understand what genocide is? Can you please explain to me what genocide is? Thank you. Were you ever a member or did you ever serve, help, or otherwise participate with any of the following groups? I'm going to give you the whole groups and you just answer no or yes at the end, okay? Military unit, paramilitary unit, police unit, self-defense unit, vigilant unit, rebel group, guerrilla group, militia, insurgent organization. No to all of them? Okay. Before we continue, can you please explain to me what a guerrilla group is? Okay. And what is a militia? Great. Were you ever a worker, volunteer, or soldier, or did you otherwise ever serve in any of the following? Prison or jail, prison camp, detention facility, labor camp, any other place where people were forced to stay? No? You never work, never volunteer in none of these places. Okay? Were you ever a part of any group, or did you ever help any group, unit, organization to use weapons against any person or threaten to do so? Did you ever sell, give, or provide weapons to any person, or help another person sell, give, or provide weapons to any person? Did you ever receive any type of military, paramilitary, or weapons training? Did you ever recruit, enlist, conscript, or use any person under 15 years of age to serve in or help an armed force or group? What is conscript? Okay. Have you ever committed, assisted, and committed or attempt to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested? What is a crime? Do you understand also what arrested is? Did you ever committed a crime back in your country of origin? Were you ever arrested back in your country of origin? Okay. Have you ever been arrested, cited, or detained by any law enforcement officer for any reason? What is cited? Okay. Have you ever been charged with committed, attempted to commit, or assisted in committing a crime or offense? Have you ever been convicted of a crime or offense? Have you ever been placed in a return sentencing or rehabilitate program? Have you ever received a suspended sentence, being placed in probation, or being paroled? Have you ever been in jail or prison? How about in your country of origin? No? Have you ever been a heavy or drunkard? Have you ever been a prostitute, procuring anyone for prostitution? Sold or smuggled controlled substances, illegal drugs, or narcotics? Married to more than one person at the same time? Married to someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit? Help anyone to enter or try to enter the United States illegally? Gamble illegally or receive income from illegal gambling? Fail to support your dependents or pay alimony? Made any misrepresentation to obtain any public benefit in the United States? Have you ever given a U.S. government official any information or documentation that was false, fraudulent, or misleading? Have you ever lied to any U.S. government official to gain entry or admission into the United States? Have you ever been removed, excluded, or deported from the United States? What is deported or deportation? Okay. Have you ever been ordered, removed, excluded, or deported from the United States? What is excluded? What does it mean to be excluded from the United States? Okay. Have you ever been placed in removal, exclusion, rescission, or deportation proceedings? Are removal, exclusion, rescission, or deportation proceedings currently pending against you? Have you ever served in the U.S. Armed Forces? Are you a male who live in the United States at any time between your 18th and 26th birthday? Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States? Why do you support the United States? Okay, what is the Constitution? And what is the form of government of the United States? Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States? What is an oath of allegiance? Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States? If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States? What is to bear arms? Okay. If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combat services in the U.S. Armed Forces? What kind of non-combat services are you willing to perform for the U.S. Armed Forces? Can you please give me an example? If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian directions? Okay, can you please give me an example? What kind of work of national importance you can perform under civilian directions? Give me an example. Okay, thank you. Okay, can you please review all the information is correct in the screen? You will need to press the pink symbol on the screen to be able to sign. If everything is correct, please sign and print your name. Thank you. I will recommend your interview as approved. The only step that is left to do is to do your oath ceremony. Remember, you're not a U.S. citizen until you do the oath ceremony and get your certificate. But anyway, congratulations, you approved your citizenship interview.
Si te gustaría informarte de cómo son las entrevistas en la oficina que a ti te corresponde, dónde tendrás tu entrevista, te invito a que nos sigas en nuestro segundo canal de YouTube, Citizens Ahora. En este segundo canal ponemos experiencias todos los días de diferentes partes del país. Puede ser que una de estas experiencias te dé información que tú necesitas para tu entrevista. Así que no olvides, síguenos en nuestro segundo canal de experiencias, Citizens Ahora.